pilots and crew chiefs will now start the General Electric engines that power these FA-18s. The noise level will soon become too high for you to hear a description of the checks they will be performing. However, please note that each aircraft was carefully inspected by expert Blue Angel maintenance personnel prior to this afternoon's aerial demonstration. The Blue Angels fly the Boeing FA-18 Hornet, a multi-mission strike fighter, versions of which have been operational throughout the fleet since 1983. formation into the air. Immediately after liftoff, Major Stevens will call for the landing gear and flaps to come up, and they'll commence the diamond half squirrel cage on takeoff.
Solo's ready to rock Sioux Falls, boss. We're clear for takeoff. Winds are calm. Check your park brake off. Check your trim set. Check your nose while steering on. Maneuver. Diamond half squirrel cage. Left turn out. Check A. So, good day. Stopping out clear on 9. We're clearing up for the 2012 Sioux Falls Air Show. Let's run them up.
To the left, Captain McWhorter calls, smoke on! Off brakes now, burners ready now, and the Blue Angel Diamond is rolling. As they pass before you, you will notice that the smoke is not visible while the engines are in afterburner. Pilots pull into the vertical. They will experience 4 times the force of gravity as they perform this looping maneuver. Back to the right, Blue Angel number 5 is rolling. He will accelerate to 170 miles per hour and climb to an altitude of 50 feet. He will then roll his aircraft 360 degrees with the landing gear extended. The dirty roll on takeoff. Miles per hour. will roll their aircraft into a 90-degree angle of bank and push forward on the stick as they perform the opposing knife edge pass. converted to inverted roll. Roll their aircraft 360 degrees. The very precise diamond aileron roll. Let's listen in. Who understand the difficult transition from the cruise to the landing configuration will appreciate this next maneuver demonstrated by our two solo pilots. To the right, Lieutenant Simonson and Lieutenant Tickle will establish a mirror image formation. But look closely, for both aircraft are in the carrier landing configuration as they approach for a maneuver we call the Fortus. Has called for the extension of the landing gear and tailhooks by the 4 Diamond pilots, while Lieutenant Tickle and Blue Angel number 6 turns his smoke on and attempts to overtake them at center point at airspeeds approaching 600 miles per hour. From the left, the dirty, clean flat pass.
Oh. From behind the spectator area, Blue Angels 5 and 6 are approaching the flight line in a line abreast formation at 400 miles per hour. Having rolled their aircraft 270 degrees and crossed with minimum separation, let's watch as both pilots sustain 6 times the force of gravity required to cross their aircraft over center point.
center point, they will complete 2 consecutive rolls, totaling 720 degrees, with a closure rate of over 800 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposing horizontal rolls. Will experience 4 times the displacement generated by Captain McWhirter's aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel left echelon roll. Straight up into the vertical as they perform the very difficult 5-plane line abreast loop. Crossing their aircraft back over center into the vertical. He will roll the formation 90 degrees and commence a looping maneuver. flight line in a separate direction. The very graceful barrel roll right. Characteristics of the Hornet in the clean configuration. They will pass before you, virtually standing Blue Angels 5 and 6 on their tails. At less than 120 miles per hour, the state-of-the-art flight controls provide slow-speed handling second to none. From the right, the Section High Alpha Pass. Reversal turn back to the flight line. You should be able to follow the individual smoke trails as the 4 aircraft converge on center point with maximum speed and minimum separation. The very precise double tuck-over roll. Degrees in ripple fashion. Take separation and rejoin Captain McWhirter in the diamond formation. The right, at 400 miles per hour, the Delta roll. All 5 wingmen maintaining position as they roll 360 degrees over center point. all 6 aircraft will separate, perform individual 360-degree rolls, and the 4 Diamond pilots will rendezvous through a looping maneuver. From the left, at 450 miles per hour, the Blue Angel fleur-de-lis. Let's listen in. You should be able to follow the individual smoke trails as all 6 pilots simultaneously roll their aircraft 180 degrees and head back towards center point. From 6 different directions with maximum speed and minimum separation, they will converge on center point and cross with a combined closure rate of nearly 1,000 miles per hour. To the right. Let's watch as Captain McWhorter brings the formation back to the flight line.
The heart is a balloon, shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck.
In front of the crowd, the Delta is making their approach to the flight line for their next maneuver. Approaching center point, the entire formation will separate in dramatic fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel Delta Breakout!
It's a beautiful day.
Ladies and gentlemen, your United States Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron represents a time-honored tradition of pride, professionalism, and excellence spanning 101 years of naval aviation. The 2012 team takes a great deal of pride in saluting Navy and Marine pilots, maintenance crews, and support personnel everywhere. From the right, the Blue Angels 2012. Demonstration pilots will be performing a carrier approach. Approaching the runway from the right, Captain McWhorter is confirming that the landing checks have been completed and that each aircraft is in fact ready to land. Rolling out on final, they will make one last check of the crosswind, one last line of correction, and adjust their power to maintain the optimum rate of descent for the proper touchdown point. demonstration pilots you've been watching perform here this afternoon are but a small part of the Blue Angel team. The men and women in blue uniforms standing before you are members of the elite Blue Angel maintenance crew. Through hard work, many long hours, and unselfish dedication, they have each year for the past 66 years provided us with the 100% aircraft availability necessary to perform each of these demonstrations. As the aircraft taxi back, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the Blue Angel maintenance crew. Command Master Chief Yoshimi Kor from Tampa, Florida. Maintenance Master Chief Virgil Craven from Lakewood, Washington. Maintenance Gunnery Sergeant Todd Tubach from Grand Junction, Colorado. Maintenance Chief Todd Matson from Olympia, Washington. Crew Coordinator Curtis Fries from Keatsville, Missouri. Crew Chief Number 1 Ricky Humphreys from Harrisburg, Arkansas. First Mech Don Billings from Fort Worth, Texas. Crew Chief Number 2 Andrew Moore from Klamath Falls, Oregon. First Mech Mark Tobias from Bath, New York. Crew Chief Number 3 Hannah Raines from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. First Mech Jeremy Green from Spring Hill, Arkansas. Crew Chief Number 4 Anthony Coffey from Las Vegas, Nevada. First Mech Cody Weeks from Mulvane, Kansas. Crew Chief Number 5 John Lamson from Oakdale, Minnesota. First Mech Stephen Aldridge from Houston, Texas. Crew Chief Number 6 Julio Rusalinas from Bullhead City, Arizona. First Mech James Cunningham from Port Charlotte, Florida. Crew Chief Number 7 Kyle Storm from Merritt Island, Florida. Runway Alert Crew Mark Rummel from Battleground, Washington. James Bro from Sulphur, Louisiana. Charles Miller from Vista, California. Richard Ramsey from St. Albans, West Virginia. Nate Widener from Farmington, New Mexico. Quality Assurance Representative Isaac Dominguez from Odessa, Texas. Aerospace Medicine Technician Jonathan Mosick from Shiloh, Georgia. Public Affairs Representative Rachel McMarr from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Video Technician James Tangman from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Logistics Support Representative William Kelly from Long Branch, New Jersey. Maintenance Control Representative Keith Hooten from Portland, Oregon. Support Crew Brian Hamilton from Owensboro, Kentucky. Brianna Gorski from Katy, Texas. Enrique Ho from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Chanel Campbell from New Orleans, Louisiana. Brandon Settle from Pensacola, Florida. And on music, Bobby Shaw from Chicago, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel Maintenance Crew 2012. Just off to your left, the Blue Angels will be turning into the parking area momentarily. After completing a short maintenance debrief, the pilots will be coming to the crowd line to answer any questions you might have concerning today's performance. When they displane from their aircraft, I would like to take one final opportunity to introduce the 6 pilots you've been watching perform this afternoon.